So me, I think I'm really good at giving out flowers, but I'm not so good at receiving them myself. My friends always tell me that I am horrible at accepting compliments, and I admit I do have a habit of getting one and trying to return one back as soon as possible, so maybe a little bit of truth to that. Example, dude walks up to me, he says, "Hey bro, you dope." My response, "Nah fam, you dope." Another artist comes up to me after the show, he says, "Hey bro, you killed it tonight. It was the best performance." My response, "Nah fam, I'm just trying to get like you when I grow up." Now, in my defense, his set was actually really dope. A friend calls me one night and she says, brother, you are amazing. And I'm so thankful God placed you in my life. And I wrestle with this idea of being considered amazing. It's not that I don't know how to take compliments. It's just that I never know what to do with them. For someone to lavish an affirmation upon another is for them to bestow a high value on a person without their consent, compliments. They always seem too heavy to hold on to. And honestly, most of the time, I don't feel strong enough to carry the weight. One day, a woman comes up to me after a show. She's in tears and she begins telling me about her son and how he's going down a path that will one day kill him. And she told me that she was going to let him listen to one of the poems that I performed because she believed that it could bring him back from the brink. And I don't know how to handle that, because what if it fails? What if my punchline ain't lifeline enough to pull him from the depths, or life raft enough to keep him afloat? What if he doesn't want to walk in the shallows but drown in the shadows? What if darkness has cradled him into submission and I don't have enough light to wake him up? What if there ain't enough lightning in these lyrics to shock him back to life? You place his heartbeat in my hands and I don't know if I can keep it beating. I don't know if I can stop the bleeding, but you tell me that you're willing to take a chance because these words gave you hope. Do you know what affirmations like that do to people like me? They make us believe that we can place the whole world on our backs, but I learned a long time ago that I am not God. So how do you handle that kind of responsibility? When someone tells me that one of my poems saved their life, I breathe in relief and exhale anxiety because I was able to hit the mark this time. But what if I miss the next one? Like, what if I don't do the right piece or say the right thing, and I know all the responsibility ain't on me, but I know the consequences of treating this platform like a mere hobby. That's why I pray before every performance, why I fast before I touch any stage, why I build every piece of art like armor, because someone might need to wear these words like courage, and I don't want any blemishes, no breaks, no cracks, because it's not good enough to just be dope. It's not good enough to just be great, to just be a beast on the mic. I'm trying to save somebody's life, because imagine being the best in the room and still not being good enough. Imagine accepting praise from hundreds of people, but still missing the one person that you needed to reach. I don't care how dope the poem was. I just want to know if it meant something to you. Is it helping you? Because some people come just to be entertained, and that's fine. It's okay. I get it. And there's a place for it. But there are those who come because they are falling and they need to be caught before the ground becomes their bed, before the dirt tucks them in and the soil rocks them to sleep. See, I know what it's like to be one word away from the burial, but I also know what it's like to be one word away from the revival. I know the difference between a graveyard and a garden, so I'm sorry. No, I don't know how to take compliments very well, because I don't know how well I can keep living up to them, and honestly, I'm afraid to let you down. But that's the same reason why I respect them so much. It's why I never take them for granted. It's why I hold them so closely. No matter if I hear it from 5 or 5,000, I'll roar as if the whole world is standing at attention, because even though I know I can't reach everyone, I can at least reach one. Someone asked me once, "Hey, what are you writing today?" I say, something that's going to save the world, or at least something that's going to save somebody's life. Because if I've helped save one life, then I've helped save one world. And aren't we all our own little worlds? And every conversation can either be collaboration or conflict. Every word can either build up or break down. Everyone is an atmosphere. And you can be a rainy day or a sunny one. You can be the weeping night or the joyful morning. Just look at how words from different worlds made me believe that, like Maya, I too could be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. So I can't promise that I'll be able to save everyone with these words, but I will use your affirmations as ammunition. Make hope a hand grenade, and I'll go to war in the name of life for as long as God keeps me in the fight. To the trash poet who disrespected the other artists and the OGs at the open mic, I was always taught never throw the first punch in a fight. I was always taught that if I waited long enough, I would discover that most people only know how to fight with their lips instead of fists. I learned that everybody ain't worth scarring your knuckles for, and if I gotta have some blood on my hands, I don't want them stained with cowardice. Needless to say, I'm still waiting on somebody to throw the first punch. Needless to say, I wish you would swing first. And I know it's not a good thing to want to exercise demons, but if you give me a reason, I don't want to, but I want to. And if the sacrifice gotta be you, if I ever gotta shed this pacifist skin, if I ever gotta be more Dawn like Kingpin, just know I don't catch bodies, I snatch them, Malcolm by any means necessary. So before this get too messy, just know that dirt don't discriminate against who it buried. All flesh tastes the same to the maggots. As for me, I can be as much claw and fang as my name suggests, though I be a humble beast. If I gotta be more beast than humble, I don't need permission to be king, because everywhere I step, my jungle. So if you tread on me, you better bring your dogs. Come 100 deep. See, that's the problem with chihuahuas. Big until they get stepped on, more headstrong than common sense. Silence is golden, but y'all know them chihuahuas. Yap, 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 beyond that nonsense, confidence, counterfeit, incompetence to consequence. Don't you know the difference between a goat and an accident? Between a missing link and a misfit, between a sire and a prick. You poke like needles, I'll be a javelin, pierce through the heart, pull out and impale again. Now when your people bring up my name, you go ghost, look at your pale again. Went from guest list to blacklist, still you insist on making a name at my expense. You want to cause offense, you'll find out I ain't a nice line. When I'm pissed, you'll find no ring to kiss, no time to repent. And since vengeance be the Lord's, I'll be the instrument. You want to shoot off at the mouth, blind fire blanks into a crowded room where everybody want to bite the bullet till the trigger's full. You shoot to feel good, I shoot to kill good, leave a body hollow. Point is, I'm a Second Amendment ready to exercise itself, and every day I must choose with my voice, be a lifeline or a shotgun. So if you want to ride up front, know whose hand is on the wheel, my name on the vehicle. And until I give you the keys to the Challenger, all you will ever be is a passenger. Amateur, you eat the scraps I give you, scavenger. You want to war with the dogs and the King Beast massacre? It's the difference between when you come out of the concrete versus the dirt, and tell your people that if they want to be my equal, they can equally get this work. You want to step up, fence words and fight? Best believe I can bust your chops with these paws or this mic. I be Tyson on the stage. I lead by trade. Rumble poet, rumble. Spit your bars, make them stumble. Hook the punchline, watch them tumble. They get back up, pop the jaw, let them crumble. Down for the 10 count, leave them humble. I'm 10 toes down with the poetry game in my hands. I can't fumble. It's overtime and only time for one more play. And you want me to get a rock to somebody who couldn't even make the scout team? He'll be gone the next day. Back to his place, back to spectate. When the Rome, the best gladiators get ate. But you can't even stomach the appetizers on the plate. And the worst part is, we wanted to give you a seat, let you eat at the table. Now we got to watch you choke. And the next time you step up to my microphone reckless, remember, I still got my foot on your throat.